Most homeschooling moms don't have a tax problem. They have a tax awareness problem. And this one mistake is quietly costing them thousands of dollars every single year. Not because they're doing something illegal, but because no one ever showed them how it actually works. So if you're a homeschooling mom running a business, you are already doing a lot. You're managing the home, you're teaching the kids, and you're running a business. That's a lot of stuff, okay? So taxes, they get pushed aside naturally. Like, who thinks about this? It gets pushed aside until later, until tax season, until someone asks for your documents because you need a loan, until you owe more than you expected and the bills show up unexpectedly, or heaven forbid, the IRS comes knocking at your door. And now you're sitting there thinking, how much of this do I owe? How did I end up owing this much? Did I end up owing the IRS? How did I not catch this? Hi, I'm Karina Burgess, and I'm an enrolled agent by the Internal Revenue Service and a homeschooling mom of two. And as a tax resolution specialist, I work with business owners throughout the years at every single level. And I've seen women making great money and still overpaying in taxes, missing deductions, getting hit with surprise tax bills. So when I say this is the number one mistake, I don't say that lightly. Recently, in a tax season that we just ended, one of my clients reached out to me and she said, I know you told me to do ABC and XYZ back in October, back in November, and I totally forgot. How much is it going to cost me this year? And when I shared the bill with her, it was a ridiculous amount of money that was just flushed down the toilet because she did not do what was asked of her. So this is the number one mistake. Here it is. Treating taxes like it's an event instead of a strategy. Most people think that taxes start in January, but by then your options are already gone. So let me make this clear. You don't create tax savings when you file taxes between January and April when the tax window opens. You create tax savings before December 31st. So you have to have systems and things in place before December 31st to harvest those things that you want to benefit from come January, February, March, April when you do your regular tax filing. When you treat taxes like an event, three things happen. Number one is you miss deductions. So you forgot what you spent, where you spent it, you didn't track it in real time. So now you're guessing and you're leaving money on the table. The fix to that is a real-time tracking system. Number two is a wrong business structure. You might be operating in a way that costs you more money in taxes, right? And you don't even realize it because somebody on TikTok told you that you do this or you do that. And they didn't take your particular situation into play when they gave you that advice or when you follow that advice. So what do you need to do to fix that? First, you need to evaluate and optimize your business structure before year end. And number three mistake is no tax plan. You're reacting instead of reducing. Okay. So every year feels like stress, confusion, and oh my gosh, surprise bills. The quick fix to that is quarterly tax strategy check-in with your tax professional or with your spouse or whomever you're doing planning stuff with to make sure that you're reducing your taxes and paying less in taxes legally. So let me shift how you think about this. Taxes are not something you deal with. Taxes are something you design around. And when do you do that? Everything changes when you do that. Okay. In the Bible, in Proverbs 21:5, it talks about the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance. And it also talks about in 1 Corinthians 14, verse 33, it says, for God is not a God of confusion, but of peace. So confusion around money and taxes, that's not alignment. That's a system with a gap in it. So what do you want to do to fix that gap? I want to introduce to you the Profit and Presence Blueprint. We fix this with a clear system. So we have 5 steps in that system. We have identify where you're overpaying. We clarify, we clean up your numbers so they're accurate. We strategize, help you to make tax decisions before year end. We systematize, help you to build systems that work year round. And then we help you to protect and basically keep what is legally and confidently yours. Okay, so here's the truth. The difference between someone who owes thousands of dollars and someone who keeps thousands of dollars is not income, it's strategy. So taxes are not seasonal. Waiting costs you more money that you don't want to donate to the government, right? Strategies create savings that you want to keep in your business, keep in your family, use to advance your family, to create legacy, to create a generational wealth. Okay. So if you've ever owed more than you expected, that wasn't a random thing. That was just a lack of strategy. And so if you're ready to stop overpaying, start eliminating surprises, expenses and actually keep more of what you earn, then the Profit and Presence Blueprint is where you start. Drop the link in the description box below. And what you're going to do is go ahead and hop over to my next video, which is called Why You're Making Money But Still Feel Broke. The real reason behind that. I hope this video blesses you. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to help get this video out to other homeschooling moms and who are in business so they could remember to keep more of what they earn and be present with their family. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.